Hello joggling fans, and welcome to another episode of the Joggling Videocast. Today we're going to talk about joggling equipment, and I've assembled a bunch of things that I've used in the past for joggling, so let's take a look at them now. So you can see I've juggled all sorts of different kinds of things, and I've laid them out here on my pool table. Yes, this is my place, and I have a pool table where a dining room table is supposed to go, but that's just how it goes. First, let's get we'll get this set here. These were one of the original sets of bean bags that I used for joggling. So they're a square set. They call them cubes, and they're made by Joggling Bags. Joggling Bags was the first bean bags that I ever got for learning to juggle. And they're pretty good. You can see these are well worn. And they held up pretty good. I probably used these for 2 years of pretty intense juggling. But the reason I switched is these are fairly light, and they get blown away in the wind, so it makes it for more challenging juggling. But for long distance juggling, in non-windy situations, these are good, mainly because they are nice and light. These are probably 70 grams, so they're pretty light, relatively speaking, and your arms don't get too tired. So that is a set of Joggling Bags. Like I said, they're not flashy, they're not pretty, and so when you want to be in a race, they're good for your arms. They hold up pretty well. But they're not too flashy, so the crowd might want to see something more interesting. I have a small set that I've used. Now, I don't know where I got these from. Actually, I don't know what kind these things are. I do know where I got them from. These are just little balls, and these are probably the lightest set that I would use. And they work really well, unless you drop them. First time that's ever happened. So they work very well. Lots of tricks, nice and easy, and they're very light. These are probably about 60 grams, very small. You can see comparatively smaller. Whoa, now it's bigger. No, they're next to each other there. So this is a bit smaller, and if you want to do sprints, I recommend these smaller balls because they're lighter and they're easier to juggle fast. Right now, these are really well worn. These are G-Balls, and actually G-Balls is a sponsor of Just Your Average Joggler, and I recommend anybody who wants balls that are excellent for joggling, get a set of G-Balls. Now these are 12-panel ultra leather juggling bean bags, and they work quite well. Although these I've used for a couple years now, I don't use them so much, but they're great for the winters in Chicago. They work through rain, and they're just an excellent size. These are about 85 grams. Next up, this is my latest set of G-Balls. You can see these. These are a little heavier. These are about 115 grams, and they work well. They fit very nicely in the palm of my hand, so they're very good for joggling. A little heavier, but they're a little nicer looking. So if you've got a race and there's going to be a big crowd, I like to race with these. I like to train with these because you drop them, you're not concerned with being flashier, but when you want to put on a show, these beauties are the best. Now I have a couple of other sets to show. Just a basic set I got in the mail. I rarely use them, but they're a nice size. You can see they're about the same size as the Ultra Leather, but they haven't been used as much, so they're a little prettier. I use these just on occasion when I feel like switching things up. Lemons also make an excellent joggling thing, as we found out in my 10-miler, Le Mans 10-miler. So if you're in a pinch and you forget your juggling equipment, go to the store, get 3 lemons. They're perfect. Now the problem with the lemons is that they do tend to roll, So you have to make sure you don't drop it because it's much more challenging. The nice thing about bean bags is when they drop, they just drop. They don't roll away. I got just 2 more to show you. Here's a set that I don't know who makes these, but I won these. Let's see, the International Jugglers Association. I won these for World Juggling Day. What I really like about them is that they're big and that they're heavy, so they provide a good workout for your arm. So you can see, compared to my standard G-balls, these are a bit heavier. These are not G-balls, but they're a good product. They're getting a little worn, but they're a good size. These probably 100, 210 grams. And one final set of balls that I use. These are actual balls. Actually, you bounce them, they'll bounce. And I don't use these for running out on the street, but what I do use these for is when I'm in a pool and I'm practicing my triathlon juggling. Still need to practice. Practicing my triathlon juggling, which you gotta juggle up like that. Because the nice thing about these is that they float. So there you have it, all my juggling equipment. I recommend the G-balls if you can get a set of these 12 panels. They're excellent. But really you can find any set of bags work, and just get a set of 3 and get out there and juggle.